Duckhunt and Doom. One, a violent first-person shooter where you're a total badass destroying every epic monster that stands in your way. And the other one is Doom. But what if those two were the same? What if I combined Duckhunt and Doom into one game? To get started, I opened Unity and added in a fancy FPS controller together with some prototype textures to help prepare this brilliant combination of games. There's just one problem. I have never played either of these games. I never really cared to play Doom, even though I did buy the 2016 game last year, so that was easily fixed. But my parents never got Duck Hunt for the SNES, so I grew up with good old Donkey Kong. Thankfully, I think I know someone that could help me get the gist of it.
Hey Jordy, what's up?
Hey, so, question. You're very old, right? Hello? From what I understand, the dog in Duck Hunt laughs at you when you suck at the game, which is very rude and uncalled for, so I figured I'd make this game a Doom shooter where you'll be taking revenge by shooting the laughing dog instead of a bunch of demons. So I downloaded a simple 3D character with a rocking haircut, as well as one of the dog sprites, and... What is this? Oh no! It's like it's some dude wearing a Duck Hunt dog costume, but only the legs and the face. It's perfect. It's perfect. I don't like the fact that I can see that through his legs. Now on YouTube, a lot of people seem to care most about 3D games that look pretty, which is why Bargy gets a lot of views and I don't. An easy fix for this would be to use assets by people that actually know what they're doing and have proper skills in life. One great asset that I found is this Quibbly shader that makes things look like they're from an anime. I just make a new material, pretend to understand all these sliders, and just like that, the dog looks pretty. I don't think this guy has a soul. No. I used the same asset for the gun that I modeled, and I'm very much aware that it looks disgusting, trust me, but I just really wanted to learn to make 3D models myself for this project. But now that I'm $30 lighter, it's starting to look like a proper video game. I added the ability to shoot the enemy and made sure that when you hit the dog in the shoulder, he wouldn't just fall to the ground like a plank of wood or something. Instead, I wanted him to turn into a ragdoll and be dramatic about it. In the game it looks much less dramatic and way more silly, but it works, so we move on. Blood particles. Yeah man, me too. Obviously, this wouldn't be a Doom game if the enemies just stood there catching bullets. I considered turning them into zombie-like enemies running up to you trying to claw at you, but then I had a funnier idea. Duck gun. It's a duck gun. It shoot ducks. I couldn't make a Duck and Doom game without any ducks now, could I? Also, they originally looked like this when I downloaded the model, but I much prefer these bullet ducks I turned them into. Anyway, with that said and the ducks flying by my ears every few seconds, it was time to make some levels. I was thinking maybe 3 levels and a boss fight would be cool since it's a pretty small game. I learned that you can make levels quickly and easily with this tool called Pro Builder. So I started messing around with that and made this really cool level with some lava to test things out. And eventually I came to the conclusion that Pro Builder is actually a super easy tool to use once you've gone through about 1 trillion hours worth of tutorials on how to actually properly use it. I placed cubes here, there, everywhere, started messing with shapes as if it were Blender, and realized this is boring! I do not have the patience for this, I just want to make things go pow! So, remember when I said this? That I just really wanted to learn to make 3D models myself for this project. Oh wow, whoops, what is that? That Cindy's Dungeons asset just suddenly appeared in my project. I legally can't take it out now. The asset is massive, but I decided to only use this hole and this area here because I didn't want to have to force the player to spend ages looking for an enemy at one side of the map when it would be all the way over here.
I've got used to that too.
For a game like this, it only makes sense to add waves. That's why I made a wave manager script and scattered gathered a bunch of spawn points around the playable area, and when I activate the net mesh with where the enemies can move, the wave manager will take all the enemies for that wave and how many there are for each enemy type, puts them in a new list, stirs them around like a blender or something, and spawns one in every second or so. Now I hear you. What does he mean enemy types? I know. Well, last time I checked, Doom doesn't have just one enemy. So neither can my game. So I went back to the drawing board, which is Blender in this case, committed some more war crimes, and eventually came up with... He's blue. I painted the dog blue. Instead of this guy also shooting the player, I turned him into the zombie enemy I was trying to avoid before. Now, I did say that there would be 3 levels, which have turned into waves. So wave 1 is claw dogs, wave 2 is claw dogs with shooty dogs, and wave 3 is bird dogs. Oh, that actually looks so sick. It's a bird dog. Oh! I then added in more guns, each uglier than the one before, and took out the need to pick up ammo because ammo kind of sucks. Enemies can now drop health so you're not completely screwed when the boss battle starts. And oh, that's right, I haven't told you about the boss yet. He is a big boy. He's gonna try and stomp you, and he's got lots and lots of health. So, good luck. What just happened? His head. Where is his head going? With all that done, I added some sound effects and music, and there was only one thing left to do: giving the game a name. And I came up with the perfect one. We got Duck Hunt, we got Doom, we got Ducked. Ultimate Duck Hunt Doom game. The one and only. And I genuinely hope it stays that way. But that's it, that's the game. And now you cannot play this game for yourself, because it turns out this is one of the buggiest games I have ever made, and frankly I'm embarrassed. Also, if you're wondering why it took so long for me to make this video, well, we got another puppy. Also, I released another book, so check that one out. Okay, thanks for watching, see y'all next time, bye.